Right, searching for a world that doesn't exist by Wifies. Go.
Whatever you do at the crossroads, don't turn left. This is the first line in a book that Avery claims he did not write. 2 weeks
Nice and
ago,
dark.
a YouTube channel called Avery the Mayo uploaded a YouTube video titled Weird Book I Did Not Write, where
Okay.
he shows us a mine that supposedly he never built. Inside the mine is a chest that Avery did not place, and inside the chest is a book that Avery did not write. Inside the book is a very strange message. Whatever you do at the crossroads, don't turn left. Don't be fooled, it's listening. You can't outsmart it, it's listening to me. It's watching me. It isn't from this world. At the crossroads, don't turn left. 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 Over and over, followed by a sequence of numbers.
Yeah.
And
I just got crazy chills from that. I did not like that. I did not like that. Also, I'm turning this light around. Hopefully, it makes the lighting not too, like, blowing out my face. Okay, that's much better. Oh, it's now spoogly. I got chills.
That's it. It seems impossible that a whole mine just appears in your world without your knowledge, but Avery explains in the description of the video that the laptop he's playing on is from a storage locker. It already had Minecraft installed.
You found a laptop in a storage locker. That's a fucking bargain. It already had Minecraft installed, so I've been using that. The world I'm playing on already existed on the computer. When I loaded it up, it looked totally normal. Okay, I just now found this area 400 blocks away from my base. I guess it belonged to the previous laptop owner, but it's still weird.
Playing on is from
Okay.
a storage locker. It already had Minecraft installed, and this world already existed, but when Avery first loaded it up, it was just a normal world. He only now discovered this mine a few hundred blocks from his house. So, in that case, what is this book? The contents are strange, and it's not evident what they refer to. If anything, they just sound like some crazy rambling, but the numbers at the end are clearly some sort of code, so maybe we can solve it and figure out what this book is talking about. Except
What could it be?
we can't. The numbers go higher than 26, so it's not any alphabetical code. There are 4 sections, not 3, so it isn't coordinates. And in fact, there's not a single
My first
cipher
guess
that
would have been
comes up as
coordinates.
a good match for this code. If it is a code, it's unlike any code I've ever seen, and I wasn't able to decipher it. So, is that it? A strange one-off YouTube video?
Is it bad that we're probably in a world where we could say, hey, Chat GPT, decipher this code?
And a dead end?
And it probably can.
Not
And you won't have to scour the internet.
because for 2 frames
Or
at
post
the
it in Reddit.
end of the video, Avery's inventory flashes a random pattern of blocks, and this time there is a code, because taking the first letter of the name of every block and capitalizing it if there is more than one, you get a string that perfectly matches the length of a Google Drive link that when you enter takes you to a folder. And this is where the true mystery begins. The mystery of a Minecraft world that doesn't exist.
That's crazy.
Opening the video
Who's the drive
game
belong to?
footage 1, we can see a player in the exact same spot Avery was in the last video, except now he has
It's a little quiet. Okay, thank you.
way more items than he had
Better?
last time. Presumably this is from his house, and he's come to use this mine in survival as part of this world. The book is now gone from the chest, but it could be that Avery just burned it because it creeped him out, or it's just this book in his inventory. Regardless, Avery lines up with the other strip mine and begins to start a new one into the wall, but when he does, he finds this.
Just a harmless
Nothing weird,
cave.
It's just a cave, and
Yeah, that's
Avery
normal.
walks in to begin exploring until he stops and sees.
I trust Avery with my life. He's doing the classic place torches on the right to know which way you'll go. Hold up, actually. Did he just betray my trust?
Stops.
He just betrayed. I take everything back.
And
Fuck Avery. I don't
sees
trust this person
this.
at all. Oh no, he's back at it. It's great again. It's still just a cave. What's wrong with
It's hard
it?
to make out, but as he walks closer, we can see what it is.
Oh, some
Moss
grass.
and grass. This is immediately a red flag because this kind of terrain does not generate in caves. Avery checks underneath it, but there's nothing else either. And when he runs back to grab his torches, he notices yet another patch of moss in the corner of the cave. Again, not natural, but not leading anywhere
Am I
either.
crazy? Doesn't moss grow in caves?
Back down the cave does he see it.
Am I crazy?
A tree. Avery approaches the clump of greenery, and there it is. A tree unlike any other oak tree in the entire game. Whatever this is, it isn't normal.
Oh.
Avery backtracks a bit, and we get a better look at this shrub, for lack of a better word. And after some hesitation and circling around it, Avery decides to try mining the tree. And he does, with no problem. It looks just like a normal tree, except normal trees don't generate underground. And it's not the only one. As Avery goes deeper and deeper into the cave, he passes larger and larger patches of greenery, coming across more shrubs and even more trees, and even more moss. He pauses to talk at one point, but instead of commenting on the trees, he brings up something else. It's weird, we've only seen stone. And I guess he's right, the walls of this cave don't have any diorite, granite, andesite, or ores, but come on, there's a bigger elephant in the room here.
Moss spawns in lush caves. That is true, but that's a cave, and my brain would be like, oh, there's probably just like a lush cave nearby or something, so there's a little bit of moss here, randomly generated around here. That's what my brain would think. I don't think I've played enough new Minecraft, to like know how the moss spawned underground and stuff. I've only played like 2 or 3 worlds with the Lush Caves update. It's been years.
Avery's wish gets granted, and the cave turns into terracotta, tuff, and deep slate. The greenery
this is
larger and larger, with the trees growing bigger and bigger. Until finally, Avery reaches the end.
Jesus. That is crazy looking.
Avery stops for several long seconds, just taking everything in. The room is a giant...
It looks like a golf ball, but inverted.
Strange, unnaturally large trees forming a staircase on the back wall. The floor is covered in a massive field of moss, scattered with the strange trees we saw earlier.
This is massive
Avery
as well.
slowly heads down the cavern wall, being careful not to take too much damage while maneuvering his way to the bottom. He looks around in awe as he explores the chamber.
No ores, though.
Closer up, we can see a tunnel right between the massive tree gates. Avery searches around the trees for a few minutes, seemingly mesmerized by the build, and we can see that these gates are made of
massive
trees stacked on trees, made of spruce, mud, and oak. But the question here is obvious. What is this place? This kind of terrain obviously doesn't generate naturally, so who made it, and how does it just appear in Avery's world? Well, if there's any answer to that question, it's through this tunnel, because finally Avery decides to stop sightseeing and heads down the tunnel at the center of the room.
Like, I'm gonna be real. First of all, taking someone's laptop from a storage unit and playing on it, and then opening up their world, and then making it a server with all your friends, that is peculiar off rip. But then the book's a little creepy, but I wouldn't ever think anything scary of this. So I'm like really curious of where it goes. If I was just playing on a Minecraft with my friends and this was there, and it was like someone else's world that was left, I'd just assume they built this. I'd be like, holy shit, these guys are a pretty cool builder. Good job. I wouldn't think it's really creepy.
Avery walks through the mud.
I wonder why it's creepy.
Turning to glance behind him every few steps, but of course, nothing is there. The world is set to single player. At least
it's set to single player. Wasn't he talking to people earlier? Am I tripping? Am I tripping? He was talking to people earlier, no, right? Maybe I'm crazy. Junko, hello. It's crazy. We're watching Jinxie clips earlier. And Junko pulls up. Wagwan, big up my man. I'm tripping? No, he just talked to his recording. Oh, I see, because he doesn't do voice. Oh, so he's just talking to himself. Okay, that makes sense. Records his thoughts via tapping. Okay, it's fair.
Seems that way.
Okay, now if you're
Until
playing
this
solo, that's a
happens.
little creepy. What's that?
Something is wrong. It's almost impossible to notice, but at the far edge of the tunnel, the first pair of torches have suddenly been wiped out. Avery stares for a few seconds and continues walking.
Huh?
Another pair of torches is gone.
Oh no, it's there. It's gone. I see.
I'm not scared of torches turning off.
I am.
And then another. I don't know what kind of practical joke this is,
Well, who's he talking to?
but I already heard you in the...
That's creepy. I don't like that.
I'm not scared of a game.
I am. I did not like that. That gave me flashbacks to fucking Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I used to be so fucking scared of that movie, dude.
I don't know why I just jumped down. I wasn't scared, but I felt compelled. I've never felt like that in my life. What is going on here? Things just went from strange to incredibly creepy in a matter of seconds. This doesn't just
It is
happen
very
in a normal
weird.
world.
If that was in a single player, well, I would shit myself. I would. This sort of shit that, like, you dream of when you were, like, 11, and then you tell all your friends that it really happened. And then they'd start telling their friends that that really happened, and all of a sudden it's like, oh no, be scared. Your single-player Minecraft game could be haunted. This place looks like you gave someone world edit for the first time, and I mean that as a compliment.
But Avery
As someone
did
that's not
say
used
he
world,
found
use
this
world
world
edit,
on a
I guess it's
computer
normal.
He got from a storage locker. So maybe this is just a world that the old owner of this computer created, and it's just some strange adventure horror map. Case closed. Except it's not, because the video files aren't the only thing in this Google Drive folder. If you remember, there's also this PDF, and opening it, we see this. My exploration into a strange tunnel I found in my Minecraft world. I've been playing this world for a while and just discovered this. This is my documentation of the search. Notably, when I installed Minecraft, this world came pre-created. Always thought that was a little strange, but I'm not really sure. This seems okay enough, but remember what Avery said earlier. He found this computer in a storage locker with Minecraft installed. Not he installed Minecraft and this world was there. Admittedly, it's a pretty small difference, but still, why the conflicting stories? Something you may have also noticed that I can't explain is why Avery's name
So the videos aren't made by Avery, there was someone before him that put them in the locker?
is now censored. He wasn't censored in the previous videos, but now
That is
he's
true.
both hidden his name and changed his skin, almost like he's hiding from something. But there's still a lot more of this footage, and if you want to figure out what's happening in this world, why it exists, and what it has to do with Avery, we have to keep watching, as Avery runs from whatever it is that's hiding in this world. Avery says he has to keep moving, even if he doesn't exactly know why, and the only way to go is down. Avery takes a leap into the giant pool of water before him and swims down into a junction of tunnels. After some hesitation, he burrows himself in the left wall for air before swimming down the left tunnel. He continues to navigate through the dark water, the tunnel getting narrower and narrower, with no end in sight. until it opens into a giant cavernous room with just
Don't go
enough
left. He did
space
go
for
left.
Toph to get a bit of air. When Avery descends again, we can see tunnel openings sprawling across the walls. Avery scans around. There's no marker of where to go, just tunnels upon
Jesus.
tunnels as far as the eye can see. And then he hears it.
It's a
Same
normal
sound
Minecraft
as when
now.
the
That's
whispers
normal.
played previously. Avery rushes
That's
to dig
normal.
into the wall, and as he blocks himself in, we can hear the whispers again. Quieter, but still there, as if they're passing by him. When the coast is clear, Avery digs out. But now what? He has no choice but to gamble on a tunnel and hope it's correct. He scans the walls again, no obvious sign of which one to pick. So finally, he rolls the dice. The tunnel leads to another junction, and again, after a slight hesitation,
Why does he keep going
Avery
left?
goes left. The tunnel continues.
How many times was he told not to go left? Like 20?
Narrower.
Do you know trypophobia, that
narrower.
underwater part always gives me that vibe? I get you. It's like an insect lair.
And narrower. Until finally...
Oh. Another cave.
he finds himself in the oasis. Avery looks around the room, strangely, almost peaceful. He's in the middle of a square pond, flanked on all sides by the same uncanny trees. He stares off at the water for a second.
I don't think this is really Avery. I think this is the guy who wrote the book. I think so too. So my guess is the drive was left by the guy who wrote the book. Actually, I don't fucking know. Because that... in those videos, it was the Mayo guy, right? Oh, dude, I have no
Before
idea.
Powering up and getting a good look around. Nothing but trees as
This is
far
why
as
he
the
knows
eye
not to
can
go
see.
left.
For a moment, he pauses.
I don't know.
Before
beautiful.
something snaps, and he crafts a boat to get to the center of the lake. Without hesitation, he dives down into the tunnel and plugs up the hole. He makes another trip for good measure, plugging it even further. If this thing comes through here again, it has to break that. But I need to explore. He sails back to the edge of the lake. What it can't avoid doing is loading the chunk. Avery chops a few trees and crafts a hopper with the spare iron in his inventory. His plan is simple. Set a trap for the thing following him. But wait, did I miss something? Because how does he know that something is following him? Sure, those torches turned off, and yeah, we heard those noises before, but there's actually an even stronger piece of evidence I haven't mentioned. Remember when Avery said this? I already heard you in the cave. Well, it
Oh,
took me
yeah.
a second
We
to
didn't see
figure
that.
out what exactly he meant, but then I heard this.
Oh, I heard that.
It's almost impossible to make out, but on a few separate instances, while Avery was walking in that original cave, he would randomly pause for a second or two, and now we know why. He was listening. Every time he paused, for just a brief moment, you could hear footsteps on the stone behind him, stopping just a fraction of a second too late to be quiet. But okay, if something is somehow really following Avery in a single-player world, how can he stop it, or at least get it to reveal itself? Well, that's exactly what he's doing right now. Like
But how
he
is this
said,
creepy?
He needs time to look around and explore this world, but while he's gone, anything can just swim through the hole and replace the blocks to make it look like nothing happened. But if Avery turns down his render distance and puts items in this hopper, if he then goes far enough away and unloads the
Oh,
chunk,
that's
the
so
only
smart.
way for the
That's so fucking smart. Because the only way that stuff's going to leave there is if the chunk's loaded. And if he's not there to load the chunk, something else is.
hopper to be empty when he returns is if something loaded the chunk while he was gone. And
Damn,
then whatever
that's
was following
smart.
him would be exposed. The trap is set. Now it's time to explore.
The music's amazing. I like this music a lot. It does such a good job at evoking emotion out of you. Holy shit.
Avery walks through the trees, avoiding the lake so as to not load the chunk. Every inch of this place looks exactly the same. The same gray floor, the same strange trees. Everywhere he looks, there's nothing. Until, just in the corner of the screen, there's a sign. But it's hard to spot, and Avery doesn't seem to see it, and he keeps walking.
There's nothing on it,
Then
right?
he pauses. Interesting. That's the third sign we've seen so far.
He's seen 3 signs.
Where? Third sign? I've only seen this one, but it turns out he's right. Going back and re-watching the footage, just barely hidden in the corners of the screen are 2 other signs Avery crossed earlier in the recording, though he gave no indication at the time that he noticed them. Avery goes back to all 3 signs. All of them are blank, so I don't know what to make of it, but Avery seems to be satisfied and he explains why. These signs all seem to point to one place. Both of these angled ones point in the same direction.
Pointing the same.
He's right. If you line up a coordinate grid with the location and rotation of the signs, you get this. So he's right, all of them point a certain way, and if you trace out their intersection, it hits one specific point. He also pulls off this brilliant move, which you rarely see from these protagonists, by turning the difficulty to peaceful because he ran out of food. Absolutely genius. But with that said,
so this whole time, he's not been on peaceful mode. Where have all the mobs been? This cave isn't that well lit, right? I see no torches. Where have all the mobs been? There have been no mobs. Not one mob. There was even no neutral mobs in the water, right? Because sometimes you'll get random fishies and stuff in that water. There's no mobs there either. Not a single mob has been seen.
Turns to the lake to check on his contraption. And nothing showed up. Items are still flowing out of the hopper, which would be impossible if anything had loaded the chunk. Avery tells us exactly this. Nothing came through. Not to mention, the blocks are still in the same position Avery placed them to plug the hole. Now that he's shaken off whatever was following him, Avery sails back, presumably to find the intersection points of the signs. But before he does that, he opens up chat and says this. Something is here. What? How? Why is Avery saying that? Why isn't he sending it in chat? What did he see? I don't know if it can hear me.
Yeah, because if it's in the game, it might be able to see chat, you know? I've been thinking that.
When Avery left the chunk, he didn't just set one trap for the entity, he set 2. Without mentioning anything to us, he placed a grass block next to a block of dirt. In Minecraft, grass can't spread if the chunk isn't loaded. The only way that this block is now grass is if something other than Avery loaded this chunk.
Oh shit!
I'm not scared, but my gut says to keep moving.
That's smart as fuck. So Avery's real name is Sherlock, right?
Maybe I am scared.
It's okay, bro. It's a wonderful song. This song sounds like it's straight out of the 100 player series. I don't know if this song fits the vibe right now, but okay. What's that? Oh shit.
walks through a tunnel. A tunnel which quickly turns into a maze. And slowly but surely, dead end after dead end.
Oh, fuck.
Avery
He's got to
navigates through
He's got to do the stick to the right wall strat, right? It's that simple. You just follow the right wall in a maze, and eventually you'll get out. Song is a banger. Especially optimal here, since you can't turn left. Exactly.
Avery is
That only works when the
clearly
walls are all
smart.
connected, right?
Smart enough to set a trap, and smart enough to set a backup. But whatever this thing
Yes.
is that's following him, it's smart too. Smart enough to block up the tunnel.
But if you've got a good mind map, or if you have a limited amount of like place markers like this guy does, it still makes it easier because you'd follow the right walls, and then as soon as you can't follow the wall any longer and you come back on yourself, you put another placeholder down.
It entered
And then
from.
switch to a different
Smart
wall.
enough to refill the hopper with items after loading the chunk. Smart enough to hide its presence. This world seems to be guiding Avery somewhere. The whispers in this tunnel coercing him to enter the cave. The signs pointing to the secret entrance under the
Stalking
tree.
him.
Whatever this world
And it doesn't
is,
want him to know that
it's
he's following
leading
as well.
Avery. But to what? We don't know. All we do know is that he isn't alone. And finally, Avery exits the maze into another giant room with what looks like a cipher above a door, with 3 levers right in front of it. Avery stares up at it, says he'll need a pen and paper, and blocks up the tunnel where he came from. The footage ends with him staring up at the code, deep in thought. From what I can see, the code atop the doorway looks something.
So this is the Google Drive video, which I think to me does mean then if this is the Google Drive video, it means that Google Drive was left by the first guy, not the second guy. This isn't Avery. This is the first guy.
Like this. It doesn't immediately remind
What?
me of anything, and plugging it into a cipher decoder gives me no ideas either. Running each of the candidate ciphers just gives gibberish every single time. Whatever this code is, there's
does he
unfortunately
goof?
no way that I or Avery can solve it. The second half of the footage picks up with 17 minutes of just staring at the wall. And then
Got it. This dude's
he
smart.
gets it. Okay, I guess it was solvable.
Good
Avery
poem.
says it's a good poem, but doesn't actually reveal what it said, only that it uses cipher stacking, a technique where 2 ciphers are layered one on top of the other to make a code almost undecipherable. How Avery actually solved it with a pen and paper is beyond me, but the puzzle isn't over yet. There's still this gate, which Avery suspects is some sort of combination lock, but instead of a pen and paper, his solution this time is a bit more, how do I put this, efficient.
Just go break the fucking wall, eh? Yeah, that's what I would do. I wouldn't even read it. I would look at the letters, be like, oh, cool letters, and I'd go break the wall.
And with that, he's... Wait. Who's Durlord 3? For the first time in this footage, Avery's sensor bar lingers for just a second too short, and we get a glimpse of the name. This isn't Avery's name. This isn't Avery's skin. Maybe the reason that we got 2 different stories about where this world came from is because the player we've been watching this entire time isn't Avery at all. But if that's the case, then who is this? The world at the beginning is clearly the same one that Avery was playing on. So what's going on here? If it is Avery on an alt account, why the conflicting stories in the description
Avery here.
and the document? And if it's not Avery, then who is this other person?
It's the
and
first
why are they
guy. He's the one that
claiming
wrote the
this
book.
is their world they found. I genuinely just don't know, but the only way to find out is to keep watching as Durlord walks through the tunnel after the puzzle and finds himself in the...
Ooh. This means this guy is the kind of person to solve a puzzle even when he doesn't have to. Which kind of explains why he's so good at this tricky shit he's been up to. Very true. Very true. Like, he's been really smart to set traps, block his path, listen out for noises. Like, this guy's pretty fucking smart. Which explains a lot of things. Keep an eye on him. He also talks very different to Avery. Avery was giving like the, hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to smash that like button. And this guy's like, I fear I'm being watched. But alas, I believe I can best you. Stalker. You know? Different vibes. A village underground, though. This guy's aura, crazy aura. Dude, I'm such a string whore. If I see spiderwebs, I have to break them, bro. Also, I just hate getting stuck in them, so. It's a sexy ass angel. That is some Chamber of Secrets shit right there. Is there a basilisk in this as well? Cal, are you surviving this or not? I would have quit the world already. Say if I was smart enough to leave that trap, as soon as I realized someone was following me, I'd just quit. I'd go back to real life. As depressing it would be to quit Minecraft and go back to my real life of not having a job and no one loving me, it's better than being shit scared of something following me in Minecraft. Trying to loot everything. He says with his GF in the other room. No comment. This music haunting me a little bit, man. It's a beautiful statue. Remind me of that Tyler the Creator quote. Which one? He's got too many. Also, I hope you know that whenever I think of Tyler the Creator, I just think of his mugshot. Ooh. How did you get cyberbullied? Turn off the... Oh, yeah, that's so real, though. Just turn it off. Oh, he regens so quick. Is that not weird? Why did he regen so quick?
This village is strange. It's clearly abandoned if the cobwebs and literal holes in the roof didn't make that obvious, and all the chests
peaceful.
and
Shit, I forgot you changed it to
have
peaceful,
nothing
right?
inside of them. There's also an interesting amount of yellow in the carpets, beds, and flooring.
Piss.
But wherever
It does that.
Lord looks, he can't find anything of interest. No lead on where to go or what to do from here. The fountain and statue in the town center is by far the most eye-catching decoration here, but like we can see, it too is empty. There's no path to take from there. So is this the final area then? The final answer to what's been going on with this world and what's been following him? I'm not sure, and clearly Durlord isn't either, since he keeps looking around for anything out of the ordinary, anything that might give him a clue of where to look next.
When in doubt, go straight up. I love this guy's mind. Even more. Ooh. I see. That's smart as fuck. Using the FOV slider to zoom in. I've never even thought about that before. Bro, use the boat as well? Okay. Look at that. It's a cool ass building. What Glasgow was like before the government started funding it better. Secret entrance. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. To the basement. Need this year my players for real. This is a banger.
I hate it here. These idiots are insufferable. They think that devotion will save them. Rest assured, it will not. Not that it will do them any good to believe that anyway. The ones who realized it pretend they didn't. But it doesn't help that there are some of them who truly believe they'll be saved. The king is coming, Maya. If anything, I wager that their king is already here. It's watching me write this. I don't particularly care. I just want this to be done with. The sooner I can leave, the better.
The king. What? So the king is what watching?
I don't know why anyone is surprised to find that out. This is exactly what they were hoping for. I'm going. I'm leaving this here in the rare case someone finds it. If you have found this, I implore you, turn back, disconnect, forget about this world. It's not for you. If you've come here, you must be curious. I know you must want to continue onwards. So I know that this is a heavy ask, but please, do not go any further. For your own good, do not.
So this is like a player talking about it as well. They called it a world. Disconnect. They're aware that it's a world. So there was someone else here. And they're also saying there was other people here as well. There's people that lived here in this world. This guy, they all kind of know what's happening, but none of them want to accept it. They think they can maybe like worship to get away out of it, but there's a king. And that's the thing following this guy. Things watching them. Thing that's stalking him. And I guess as he said this has arrived, he's arrived. The king is my censored. Interesting. The king is my... It was a very small word, 3 letters. Dad? Son? God? I don't know. What could a 3-letter... His what? That wouldn't be a curse word, right? No, it can't be a curse word. The king is coming. The king is coming, my god. It might be like a my god, like an exclamation, my god. And some people see like taking the Lord's name in vain as a really bad thing, so maybe he censored it. I don't know. Or maybe it was like a plot thing that it kind of spoils. They're like, fuck it, we'll censor it. I don't know. We'll find out. What's that? What was that? Is there someone walking on carpet? What is that sound? Like bones grinding together. No, we can't hear it. Disrespectful to the last guy. Is this going to be some, like, never-ending loop story? Is that what it's going to be? Like, this guy goes through this whole process, gets to the end of it, dies or whatever, gets lost, stuck in Minecraft limbo. The laptop disappears until the next guy picks up the laptop and goes through exactly the same experience. Is it one of those? Follows the exact same steps, discovers everything in the exact same order, and learns too late at the errors of his ways. You can't break the cycle. Don't go left. Don't go left. He's going left. But it's so creepy. There's been no narration, no real music for like 5 minutes now. It's just been Minecraft gameplay and sound effects. What is that stuff? The black wall? Or is it just like nothing? Fuck are these sounds, bro? I'm so creeped out. Welcome back, Lee. It's getting really scary. Can you hold my hand? Oh. Roscus? You're ruining the moment, goddammit. Let me feel scared. Is it not even working? Is the browser source
I
not...
won't hold your hand, winky face.
Why is it blacked out? Why is it blacked out? Why is it blacked out? He's just standing there looking at it. Someone flashing him or something? Just gonna leave? Just leaves. Why was it blood? Like, why would it black it out? He doesn't go left. He leaves, he goes right. Is the damage already done? There's Oars again. He's back.
Whatever you do at the crossroads, don't turn left.
We're
Don't
right.
be fooled. It's listening. You can't outsmart it. It's listening to me. It's watching me. It isn't from this world. At the crossroads, don't turn left. 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 And the footage ends. Right there. Durlord was the person who wrote the book in Avery's
We're
world.
right.
How? It shouldn't even be possible that the tunnel led him back to that mine. Durlord found this world on his computer, and Avery found Durlord's old laptop in the storage locker and has been playing on it ever since. But what is this world? What was following Durlord in this footage? And most importantly, what was behind those gates? I didn't put that sensor bar there. That was in the original footage. Whatever
Durlord
is
censored
behind
it.
that black square was enough to drive probably the smartest protagonist I've ever seen into running for his life. Something that a whole village of people was trying to summon. Something that this entire world has been hiding. A king? What does that even mean? I don't know what to tell you, but I can tell you one thing. The code at the end of the book, now with this footage, we can solve it. Each number corresponds to one slot in Durlord's inventory. 1 here and 36 here. Take the first letter of each item, or whatever number is indicated after the dash. From that, we can get this. Run Avery. It's here.
How do you know
Durlord
Avery?
was giving one last warning, hoping that whatever was following him wouldn't see. But how? How would he possibly know that Avery would find this world? There's no way for him to know who Avery even is. Whatever he saw behind those doors, whatever he knows about this world now, we may never understand. But one thing is certain. Whatever was coming for him is coming for Avery next. This isn't over.
That's it? What? What? So how did he know that Avery was going to play? I'm so confused. And I feel like you just need a part 2. Avery has a clean Skywars win in his channel, by the way. Hey, shout out Avery. Has he uploaded in a while? Is he dead? Did the king get him? Even the slightest jump scare in the video could have killed me. Yup. Yup. I'm glad there wasn't any jump scares. It was just like super eerie and suspense heavy. The entity versus Light Yagami, apparently. Yeah, this guy was smart as fuck. I don't want to spoilers. He wrote, "Do not turn left 7 times." He turned 7 times throughout the entire series. Seeing a clever protagonist being tricked by an entity even more intelligent is far more terrifying than a dumb protagonist and evil monster. Yup. Man, this felt so scary, and I want more of that. Narrator, please talk. I'm scared. That was me when it was like silence for 5 minutes. And he was playing fucking Minecraft, bro. It was scary as fuck. Holy shit. Okay, so this is based on some like already existing story, right? He's just adapted it and put it into Minecraft. And told the story really well. That was good. Holy shit. That was so good. The issue, I just want more, bro. I want fucking more. I want answers. Wifi? Mr. Wifies? I want answers, brother. It's loosely based on the King in Yellow. Yeah, that's what the comment said. You say in the description that many minutes of no voiceover was an experimental move. It was a great touch. I'm glad that everyone else is feeling it as well. When he just didn't narrate for like, what, 5 minutes, I was like so on edge. I was like, what's going to come first? Like a jump scare? A narrator to release the tension? Like, what's happening? I never really liked horror because jump scares were kind of cheap. Though they always get me. This is a whole nother level. Oh yeah, I completely agree. I prefer horror that's like this. And I'm gonna say it, because it's Minecraft, it feels like so low stakes that you can really invest yourself without having to like do mental gymnastics to try and detach yourself from it. You know what I'm saying? Do people do that? Like if I watch like a real horror movie and it's really fucking good, hey, sometimes I'd be going to the toilet and I don't really need to pee that much. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd be like looking through my fingers sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know? I'd be starting a conversation with someone just so I don't have to like think about this for a little bit. You do like some sort of mental gymnastics to like lock out and not focus on it. But this, because it's like Minecraft and it feels kind of low stakes, you're fully locked in, which makes it feel scarier. Man, I feel like this is also the sort of thing, if I watch a second time, there's more things you'll notice. Everything will start to make way more sense. Man, that was really fucking sick. Wifies, good shit, man. Great video. I'm glad we watched that. Also, that 40 minutes flew by. I couldn't tell if we were 40 minutes into the video just then or 20. And we still had like 20 more minutes to go. I really couldn't tell. Holy shit, what a great video.